kickoff. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Superior Styles.
Stop down.
Against McConnell. Pick and roll. Moran. Back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my! Loizaga. Right shot. Oh, what a pick. Quick to the bag. Throw the first down. Next set. I will not let you destroy my world.
That's my exit.
Acknowledges the bloodline.
Yeah. It's about that time, y'all. Welcome, settle in, and welcome to Thursday Professional Wrestling. I should say Professional Wrestling Thursdays, I should say. We're your hosts, Team Wonder Chief. That is my bloodline sister right there, Courtney the Wonder Woman. I'm one of your hosts, Devin the Hildu, a.k.a. your tribal chief of podcasting. And yeah, we're going to get it in for some wrestling. We're going to talk about some WWE. We're going to talk about a little bit of AEW. Yeah, some AEW. I know. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button, or if you're over on Twitch or Kick or Facebook, hit that follow button for us. Or you can follow all this fun content too on our most central hub of entertainment, thebloodlineent.com for your pleasure. Speaking of for your pleasure, speaking of Mr. Bob Ricks, actually, Mr. Bob Ricks, you can stay at Kick. Miss Elements, can you turn down the music a little bit? We need to get serious for a minute. You know it's time. We need to get serious. Turn it down. Thank you, Miss Elements. Not all the way down, just smidge it. Just like right there. Yeah, right there. All right, let's get serious. All right. Let's get serious, everybody. Smiles down. Woo! I got a special announcement, people. People. All right. I talk about this. I see the numbers. I see the statistics. I talk about this every day, every night, okay? With conviction. People are burning their ass off their hot ass sand. All right? That's what's going on. People are burning their ass off their hot ass sand. Why are you going to do that to yourself? Get your ass off that hot ass sand and get our Bloodline Entertainment Network beach towels. Get ready for this summer. We are getting ready for spring. We are one season away. All right, that means you are one season away from burning your ass off that hot ass sand. All right, if you're not going to heed our warning, if you are not going to pay attention to the warning right there, if you're not going to get a Bloodline Entertainment Network beach towel, that's okay. That's all right. We got a 3-step process for you. All right. I'm going to make it famous process. First of all, I'm going to take a picture, trend you on the X app, trend you on the Instagram app, then put you in my new commercial this summer. Okay, yes, this summer, not next summer, this summer with my son for this Bloodline commercial. So you can promote the Bloodline Entertainment Network beach towel so you can let people know about how you was burning your ass off that hot ass sand. Go in and get it. All right, the bloodlineent.com/store for your pleasure. And the merch does not stop right there. Of course, we got other merch. We got the driver's seat. The driver's seat hosted by my bloodline sister, Courtney the Wonder Woman. Why are you not getting the merch? Support the show. Support the driver's seat. It's some fire merch. That is a fire logo. She does an awesome job talking about NASCAR, Indy, MotoGP. All right, if you're a NASCAR fiend, if you need your NASCAR fix, if you're ready to go full throttle, you go ahead and get the driver's seat merch, all right, and support my bloodline sister, Courtney. the Wonder Woman. And like I said, the merch doesn't stop right there. We got For Your Pleasure hoodie. All right. We got It Is Decided. All right. We got all the merch for your pleasure. The bloodlineent.com/store for your pleasure. All right, Miss Elements, you can just turn the music down now. We don't need it. We good. We're good with the promotions. We straight. We are here. My bloodline sister, how you feeling tonight? What's going on?
I'm feeling good. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh, we got the chat popping off. Let's see what's going on.
Yes.
Let's see. Let me start up because the chat is popping. Oh, we got Stephen Chambers in the building, aka Stephen the Elder. Get your ones up for Stephen. What's going on? How you feeling? And who else we got in the chat?
Stephen Elder.
Oh, we got Otter in the building saying, what's up, y'all? What's going on, Otter? How you feeling?
Otter.
Welcome to the live stream. Oh, we got Wifey in the building, aka my number one fan, my heart, my moon, my stars, my everything. Make sure y'all get y'all ones up for Wifey. All right. We got a full show going on. Yes, we got the high. What's going on? One's up for my bloodline sister. Yes, one's up. Everybody laughing. I'm guessing it's from the sales pitch.
Oh, yeah. It's just every time.
Yes. Hey, I'm glad everybody enjoys it. Gets me every time. Yes. Speaking of burn. Yeah, speaking of burn, that's gonna be you. Well, not me. You're gonna be wearing the bloodline. So you don't get to burn anything. You get to be in the blessing of the tribal chief. That's what's gonna happen. I'm not burning anything. Nothing's burning, Stephen. Hope you know that. You're gonna be in the presence of the tribal chief, and then you will see the light. You will see the light. All right, we're gonna have a hell of a show. First of all, we need to acknowledge the tribal chief. Acknowledge me! Yes, sir, right away.
Thank you,
sir.
Roman,
Yes. What's up for the tribal chief? We are, how many days are we away? Do we know how many days are we away exactly from WrestleMania?
Think we're like a couple weeks away. We're like 3 weeks away or something.
Let me look at the calendar. Because WrestleMania is April 6th.
Maybe.
So like 1, 2, 3. Oh, we about 4 weeks away. All right. 4 weeks away. 4 weeks away from victory for my tribe. 4 weeks from chaos. All right, all of y'all. Hey, the tribe, Cody's story. You know what about Cody's story? Fuck his story. You're damn right. You're damn
I'm going to rock some tissues.
One more time, Rocky. Let him know. Fuck his story. With the ones up.
Devin, y'all. Hello.
Oh, we're gonna have a fun show tonight. Oh, I cannot wait. We got quite a few topics for tonight. We're gonna break down a little bit of Raw, a little bit of Smackdown, a little bit of NXT, and a little bit, yes, I did say in the beginning of the intro, a little bit, little sliver. Hey, let's cut me a little sliver, just a little, not slice, not too much, a little sliver of A-Dub. A little bit. Yeah. I know my sis ain't really feeling about that topic because every time I mention about A-Dub, I know her feelings.
Brother, what's that?
Hey, it is what it is, though. Hey, sometimes when I be looking at
I tried.
Hey, me too. We both tried. At least we tried. We gave it the good old college try. We just ain't shit it out the out the gate soon as they was dropping the match like, oh, this sucks, it sucks. We gave it the good old college try. Good point. All right, we still got the chat going off. What they saying? Oh, Steve, what is Steve talking about? Devin about to be the tribal nightmare.
Yes. Steve, if y'all don't know, the tribal chief over here made a bet with the elder, and if Roman loses, there was talk at one time of buying a shirt and burning it on live YouTube, I think. And then another one was that he would change his name if Cody wins to the tribal
I did not agree to that.
nightmare.
I did not agree to that. Not agree to the tribal nightmare. Like Devin, the tribal nightmare.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
That's what y'all can do.
No, thank you. I don't do drugs.
That is not going down for me. No.
I'm still gonna send you tissues.
No, it's gonna be the other way around. Man, keyboard warrior is gonna be. Oh man, you just think of last year. Hold on, where's the clip of last year when Roman won, and it was just nothing but chaos. That's Steve right there. When he got found out, he got a shirt on.
The other part of the bet is, or he can watch WWE. Lord have mercy. We're talking about WWE. Sorry, Steven. I screwed it up. Sorry, buddy. Or he can watch AEW for a month straight.
Well, it's funny he bring that up, but I'll save that. Well, we're gonna table that. We're gonna table that right there because we have a specific topic for it. All right, like I said, we got 4 topics. We're gonna be sprinkling a little love to every promotion or every brand, just about all the brands, like Smackdown, Raw, NXT. NXT was fired, by the way. NXT Road Block.
Yes.
Fire, by the way. And like I said before, some AEW, of course. But woo! Oh man, let's get started. Tribal Chief, how you feeling, man? Man, I'm feeling good. Myself.
There he goes, talking to his shirts again, everybody.
This is symbolic right here. I think honestly, when I talk to the shirt, somewhere the Tribal Chief actually listens. Like he hears the thoughts, like, and then he's like, yeah. Then we get the blessing. Get the blessing from the Tribal Chief. That's how it happens. Yes. All right, let's get started. Like for tonight's title, by the way, if you didn't know, it's right up there. Acknowledge me, Rocky. Because the topic, of course, we're gonna talk about the bloodline story, especially what happened last week, Friday. All right, when we had 30 minutes of just some great sports entertainment, professional wrestling going on right here, which is the same thing, by the way. But we had a great opening. Tribal Chief, man, he was in his feelings. He was like, before we kick this off, acknowledge me. And he wasn't feeling the acknowledgement. They was like, yo, this ain't where it needs to be. Y'all shit kind of low. This needs to be at the optimal level. Let's try this again. And, he still wasn't feeling it. He was like, y'all got one more time now, or I fulfilled my agreement and I could just bounce. And, Paul Heyman was like, Tribal Chief, but, The Rock got to come out. And that kind of caught my attention because the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, it seemed like you was kind of bothered by that, sir. You was a little annoyed by that, sir. all right, by The Rock, and then The Rock came out doing this whole, rendition. And if you pay attention to the tribal chief actually looked annoyed. He was towards the ring ropes, and he just looked annoyed. As I believe Paul Heyman was going down The Rock's accolades, and he did not give a fuck. He just tuned the fuck out. He ain't trying to hear that shit. Because first of all, I get it, bro. They acknowledge you. You are already not feeling it, bro. So he was already not in his feelings. But hey, we had the heel Rock. Great character work, by the way, since the heel Rock didn't switch the game. Very entertaining. Definitely getting on the crowd, laying down facts for each city. Just like, well, what did he say for Arizona? Because they were, what was in Arizona? Where were they at? They was in Texas, right?
I think so.
Was it in Texas? No, I gotta look this up. I don't want to get it wrong.
Or was it Arizona?
Smackdown last week. I think I want to say, yeah, it was in Arizona. Yeah, yes, Arizona. They said they because they smoked the meth and crack, and he was like, "Congratulations, like your life has meaning now," and he's just calling them crackhead Karens, your Cactus Jack crackheads. He is just on one. So I'm feeling this. I'm enjoying The Rock's heel work, but to sum this all up, when The Rock was letting everybody know, he's like, I got the power. I'm the board of directors. I could do what I want, basically. But to sum it all up, Tribal Chief like, that's fine at all. The Rock was getting ready to sum it up, and he's getting ready to say, hey, if you smell, and you see that picture graphic right there, my man had to stop him. Matter of fact, where is the perfect video for this to correlate with this picture right here to just let Rock know, like, bro.
Oh. Fuck all that.
Exactly. Fuck all what you talk about, Rock. Yeah, you run it all. But when it comes down to it, I'm the tribal chief. He said, I'm down to fight. I'm down to fight for my family, Rock. But I just need one thing from you. No. Rock looked at him, took his glasses off, looked dead in his eye. My family acknowledge you, my tribal chief. Oh my goodness. It was, what I got the perfect video. I rarely use this video, but this is the perfect moment for it when The Rock acknowledged the tribal chief.
Because we definitely are.
It was, yes, orgasmic. It was the energy. It was like you felt the transformation, just the transfer of power just shifted. I was like, yes, that's what we needed right there. That's what we wanted. Yes, one's up. Who's that? That cuz? Oh,
that's your daughter.
No, actually, this little was blocking it, so I couldn't see the name. So the T. But that's my oldest. What's going on, my oldest? Get those ones up for my oldest. All right. But anyways, the tribal chief, The Rock officially acknowledged the tribal chief in front of the crowd. What's your thoughts of what's going on so far in the Bloodline story continuation? Dun.
Well, I'm gonna lay some truths out, and you're not gonna like me after this stream, probably.
Let's go for it.
All right, so with The Rock intertwining himself in the match between Roman and Cody, yeah, it gives him screen time, yada yada yada, and not the fashion choices you want to see on TV, but whatever. Yeah, Rock, that's some more shade for you right there, buddy. I just think it's 3 years too long. We need new fresh champion in the books, if y'all know what I mean. And if you notice, the bloodline has gotten smaller. Yes, smaller because it doesn't have Sammy in it no more. Doesn't have Jay in it. Who the hell knows what's going on with Jimmy? Because I think one time he got kicked out, or his brother got kicked out. That was confusing. But I'm letting y'all know the facts, cause I've been following their story too. And Solo, he's a great addition. I see him going off to
What?
Steph, okay? But yeah, good luck. But I think what we're gonna get at WrestleMania is first night. If I think we're gonna get a tag team match between Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. And I've been saying this for a while that Rock is gonna turn on Roman and be on Cody's side. I'm just putting it out there, manifesting it, because
So here's my question.
on each other.
So here's my question. Here's my follow-up question, sis.
Okay.
So you present a good hypothesis, I should say, about it's a possible turn that The Rock is going to turn on the tribal chief. Possibly. All right. But let's follow up on Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
And who opened up the show? Cody Rhodes came out, well, and all of that. All right, and then he said, hey, my best friend Seth Rollins, the guy I beat 3 times.
the human highlighter?
Yeah, the human highlighter. He comes out basically they just say, hey, we're gonna tag team, we're gonna get those guys, we're gonna get Rock, we're gonna get the tribal chief. So my question is, do you think there's a possible Judas somewhere within this story? Is it Rock? Could be the tribal chief, maybe he'll turn. Or is it Seth? Would he turn on Cody?
Good question. I'm still going with what I thought. The first inkling when I saw this was that Rock is going to eventually turn on Roman, because they did that back in the WCW days with I believe it was Ming and Tonga. They turned on each other and they were brothers.
So you're saying this is going to happen at WrestleMania 1. You don't think maybe down the line that The Rock would turn on the tribal chief?
It could. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen WrestleMania.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there because that would make WrestleMania more exciting. Get people talking about Mania more.
Okay. So switching to the other side.
Okay.
All right, Cody and Seth. Well, what's your thought on their alliance then?
Their alliance is pretty I'm like, okay. Their alliance is cool, but Seth, come on, bro. We need to talk about these fashion choices, bro, because you're looking like a highlighter out there, okay? But I think it's a good alliance because either way, both Seth and Cody are probably dropping their titles. That's the way I see it.
You said Seth is dropping his title?
Yeah, because he's going up against Drew.
So
Drew.
So there lies my question about, so you don't think there's a Judas in this story? Because I think he has a match night 2. So Seth loses night 2. All right. And maybe he took the pin night 1 too. So he lost night 1 in the main event. He lost to Drew night 2. You don't think that's a good good combination? Ooh, I don't know. I need to hit someone.
You always think will happen at the Mania after the Raw after Mania.
Raw after Mania. Okay.
I think the Raw is me is gonna hit the Raw after Mania.
Steven says, let's tap in with the chat.
Okay.
Because the chat going off. I'm gonna try to catch up, see what's going on too. But shout out to my oldest. She said, I got the job. Let's get the ones up. Put the ones up.
Yay!
Ones up for the
job,
oldest.
Gio.
For my oldest. She said, I got the job. Got the jizzab. Steven, the elder, says, night 1 tag match with stipulations if Seth and Cody wins. Bloodline banned from ringside if Bloodline wins. Bloodline match for night 2, Roman versus Cody. He's just basically going over the stipulations of for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. All right, and then let me see if I can catch up. Yeah, I saw this. You know what? Let me see. I stay ready with the clips. I stay ready with the clips, Steven. So you over here.
Oh no, Steven, watch out.
My
He's
tribal
about to
chief
get
head of the
solo.
Solo. We don't do that. He ain't the head of, he's the head of greatness. He is the GOAT. He is the hashtag forever champion. Sir, another mark like that. Another mark like that.
Skedaddle! Get the fuck out of here!
Where did you find that clip?
The clips. I stay ready with the clips. All right, let's tap back in with the chat. Oh man, we're gonna have a fun night tonight. Who is this Facebook user?
Who is the mystery guy? Because he obviously knows me because he called me sis. So
this must be Warren then. I bet
it is
bet it's
American Odyssey Warren.
All right, so he says shows not going to last, and I think Rock doing Roman like Randy did Bray. He's putting L's up. All right, shout out to Warren and the Buzzing with Marlo. He's a great content creator as well.
Yes.
Get the ones up. Check out his content over there on YouTube, Facebook. I believe he got a Twitch page too, so check out his platforms. He's doing it big. He talk about a whole variety of stuff, just not pro wrestling, mental health, do some interviews. He does gaming, so he does a good mixture of variety. So check him out.
Oh yeah.
And then you're gonna say he's been working with Cody all along. Is that the case? Is that what you're saying too, sis?
Yes. Yes.
The Rock the inside man
with Cody the whole time. Yes, it's gonna happen.
But
it's gonna happen.
But you know what? But maybe the tribal chief has shown he has been a step ahead. What does his shirt says or his hoodie? Levels above. Now there's a picture, from past Friday. Everybody got their ones up. The Rock had the L. He had the L up, but then he closed it back to a 1. But as that was up, though, someone over there in the bloodline was looking at the Rock while everybody was facing the hard cam. But except for one person, that man was Paul Heyman, the wise man. Maybe he gonna, say something to the tribal chief in his ear, let him know, like, hey, keep your head on the swivel. Watch your mans. So I don't know. This is a good story. The bloodline story is good.
I want to say a big shout out to Paul Heyman. Yes, he is our first inductee in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So I'm pumped for the Hall of Fame.
Yes, good call. Yeah, we got a little bit of some wrestling news. Paul Heyman is the first inductee for the Hall of Fame, and that place is gonna go nuts because it's gonna be in Philly. The home base of ECW. That crazy promotion. Now I used to watch when they used to have like an infomercial right there, a little like it'd be crazy at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, crazy times, but. He definitely earned it. Definitely earns his flowers. Definitely deserves his flowers from putting in all the work. And he's just an encyclopedia of knowledge too of this great art we call professional wrestling. All right, now let's get back. Oh, there we go. I see. We got the Warren now. Oh, hold on. What is Steven saying? Steven is saying Drew wins. Night 2, but Priest will cash in.
It'll be a failed cash in, though. I'm just saying.
You think he'll be? Nah, not. See, if
They,
Vince was still under the helm, I would
yeah,
say, well, yeah, there's a 50-50.
yeah.
But with Papa H, he's not going to waste a moment like that, especially how Damian Priest's been holding on to it. And it's a custom briefcase, too, like the way it is. I can go with him cashing in.
Look.
But, man, on Drew, man. But, you know, that would kind of make sense. That would kind of be like some poetic justice in a way.
Yeah.
When you think about it, what's your thoughts on it, sis?
I think if Priest cash in, the last couple of cash ins, like men and women, have been hits or misses.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't treat him like they treated Austin Theory, because he failed to cash in, and I called that a long time before I started working with you. And I don't have a feeling that Damien's gonna win, but if he does, I'll be happy for him, because I'm a Priest fan. So we'll see. But that's a good point too. Causes issues between him and Roman going to the little boy who cried wolf. Yes.
Oh man, I can't wait for Monday, the day after WrestleMania, because
Yes.
I'm going to go to social media and I'm just going to tap in. I'm not gonna get involved in that cesspool over there and in Twitter. I'm just going to be watching
The negativity.
just seeing all the chaos, seeing everybody get mad because they thought Roman was going to lose. They thought in their heart of hearts, they just thought they knew this time. They knew, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm just trying to get y'all ready. Oh yeah, good call, Elder. Good call.
Yes. Bull Nakano is our second inductee, and I'm here for it. I don't know if y'all know a little bit of Bull's history or not, but she not only wrestled for a couple years, but she is a championship golfer too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cool little tidbit right there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's what's up. All right. Salute to Gordon dropping that little tidbit. I like it. All right, we got Spencer that says Stone Cold Spencer Hammond says Rock and Roman wins night one. What? And then Roman wins night two. What? And then remains forever Universal Champion. What? And then the what? And then the GOAT. What? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. What with the ones up? What? I like that. It is decided. What's going on, Spencer? Welcome to the live stream. We got Spencer, aka the Facebook admin, is in the building. He holds it down over there on our Facebook for the Bloodline Entertainment Wrestling Group. Does some great things, holding down the thread. But get your ones up for Spencer.
The whole Facebook group, shout out to you fellas.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Spencer,
right.
Christian.
Hey, there is no way I'm this far behind in comments. It says I'm 50. Did the chat blow up like that?
Yes, the chat blew up like that. I had to put my phone away so I could concentrate.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, since we only got 4 topics, this is cool. This is the only reason why I kept the topics short. All right. Because all right, we're gonna have an engaged community. So be it. And this is what I love. I love the engagement. All right, we got Scott D'Amore in the building.
Hey,
all right, what's going on, Scott D'Amore? What's going on, Scott? He says, Priest, okay, I guess he got some free time now. He ain't doing nothing over there on TNA. You know, he got free time. What's going on? How you feeling, Scott? But he says Priest will cash in on Cody. Oh, you saying the Tribal Chief gonna lose? And then all of
you have to win first before he cashes in.
Yeah, Cody ain't gonna beat
Cody might win.
At WrestleMania.
I'm still sending you some tissues.
Tribal Chief will retain at least until SummerSlam 20.
Yeah, that'll be too.
No, it won't be too long. 4 years, 4 complete years.
4 years too long.
No, that would be beautiful. I would love to meet the high schooler who can say like, "Hey, Roman Reigns was my champion throughout my high school years, throughout my high school freshman, sophomore, junior." I would love to meet the high schooler just to meet that. Yes, because we're going 4 years. We're doing it. Hope y'all ready for it.
No.
All right. Warren says he cashed in on Drew because that was the plan for Punk.
Wow. I didn't know the plan was to have a Punk involved. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that the dirt sheets? The dirty dirt sheets?
I don't know because I don't be in the weeds no more.
You'll be in the weeds anymore.
Yeah.
So it really depends on Drew contract status.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
But then we hadn't seen someone on AEW either, but I will bring that up when we get to that topic.
And then Scott Dearmore says, throws up those L's, acknowledge Dwayne. You know what? You know what? First of all, I'm gonna hit you with this.
Brother, what's that?
Oh God, I'm snorting.
Then Solo. I don't play that over here. We don't do that, Scott Dearmore. Okay? We don't do the diss to the tribal chief or the bloodline over here. No, sir. Head of the table. See all this, man? That's all right, man. Just let all that negativity soak it all up. Store it up as energy to beat up Cody. All right, let's move it on. Let's go on to our next topic.
All right.
I'm gonna let you hold down the chat, sis.
Okay.
As I
got it.
Get to the next topic as this platform okay, there we go. All right. Let's talk about. All right. For one thing, if you're a listener, if you're a viewer over here at the Bloodline Entertainment Network or at Devin the Tribal Chief over here on Twitch and Kick, or if you listen here to even in the past when it was Clark Street Wrestling podcast, you know my feelings about women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling. Okay. I speak on and I give it good constructive criticism on either brand, even on AEW. And I gotta keep that same energy for WWE. We gotta talk about the disrespect of Bayley. All right. And what I'm talking about is she won the Royal Rumble. All right. Look how much attention Bianca got when she won the Royal Rumble, or Rhea Ripley when she won the Royal Rumble.
Right.
With Bayley, she doesn't even get on the poster. There's like no main video package to just let you know like what is going on. It's just a lack of energy towards this story that I think is a great story because it has an emotional link to it because of just the long term that they have with the Damage Control faction. And I think they're just not giving that attention that it needs, that especially that the work Bayley puts in. Like, it definitely deserves that. So what's your thoughts about the disrespect of Bayley?
The disrespect to women's wrestlers in general needs to stop. These women are putting their bodies on the line for us. They are in the gym probably every day if they're not traveling to shows. So I don't like the disrespect to Bayley because I've been following her since her NXT days, and And the way they did the disrespect, scratching my head of why the timing's just not there. They could have not turned Dakota Kai against Bailey, but it gives Bailey that much more passion to go and win the belt against Io. Cause it is Io versus Bailey. But you're right. There's nothing out there about Bailey or Io being on the card at all that I've seen.
Should Bailey main event WrestleMania? And the reason why I ask this because full disclosure, I'm not down for the tag team match for night one of WrestleMania. I think it's just you're kind of just blowing your load a little bit because you're giving a sneak preview of what's gonna happen between Cody and Tribal Chief. I don't want to see like an early sneak preview of that between a tag team of The Rock and Tribal Chief going against Seth and Cody. So I think if you ask that, you can get Bailey to main event night one of WrestleMania. But what's your thoughts on that, sis?
Well, my thoughts is this: if y'all watched Royal Rumble, y'all know the girls came out with fire and their Rumble match, minus a few hiccups, okay? Because there was a little hiccup by a certain person, and I'm just gonna leave that alone because I'm a big watcher of women's wrestling. And I feel like I should be an advocate for women's wrestling because I don't feel like they get the shine that they deserve. The women should absolutely main event night one of WrestleMania. And it could be Io and Bailey. I would love to see that because it is deserved on both women's parts because they worked so hard to give us what we see today. It takes hard work to do what they do for us, and I think they absolutely deserve it.
What do you think will be the steps to get this corrected? But shout out to the Steven the Elder. He says they're cooking something big for Bailey at Mania. Maybe this is intentional. All right. But if it's not intentional, then I gotta call this out. I just gotta call it out because I don't like this, especially when you have somebody who has that type of work and accolades like a Bailey. Like Bailey? Come on. Like we doing this to Bailey? We got what's going on the broadcast network is I hope she goes back to Hugger Bailey. Oh, you would like Hugger Bailey? See her as a face?
I liked Hugger Bailey because she was the face, and this Bailey right here is the heel Bailey, but now we're a face, so she should absolutely go back to the Hugger. But if it's in the cards, it's in the cards. If it's not, it's not. But
do you think she can evolve from that Hugger role? Like, even though, all right, clearly she's going back to face,
right?
But is it more of an evolved character from that face? Like more now is a mix from going through being that Hugger, being that badass Bailey. Now it's like maybe a mixture of both. But
it
more,
could be a mixture of both. Maybe she does this character where it's a heel one day and babyface the next day, and she evolves as a wrestler because she's done nothing but evolve as a wrestler. Now, if you have seen, yes, I have interviewed with a friend of mine, Mime Runner, the interview with Izzy Mania. Bailey is a big inspiration to Izzy Mania, and that's why I'm bringing this up because there's a lot of inklings. Maybe bringing I don't know. I think Izzy's young, but if they do bring her in, that'd be great. If they wait until she gets older, let's wait till she gets older.
I think they might wait till she get older.
Yeah,
There got to be a liability for that. Yeah. But that would be dope because they do have a history. She's that girl that Sasha Banks cried back in NXT. Like, man, she made that girl boo-hoo cry in her daddy arms. Like, I remember that. I was like, yo, she's kind of wicked. Like, Sasha was like, ooh, hoo, 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 in her face. I'm like, damn.
Right.
But that'd be dope, though. That'd be dope.
Yes.
The Elder says, need a baby face, more violent Bailey.
Interesting.
I can go see. That's what I'm thinking. That would be like a mixture of the two now. So now it'd be a face, but now you got that badass that'll come out. So Bailey don't fuck around.
She don't, and Bailey, she looks a little torn. Like when the first cracks of damage control happen, you could see that it's like the badass wants to do something, but the good guy's saying that, you know what I mean? So it's like the tug of war, and she's trying to figure out her place in the wrestling world now.
Yeah, good point. Good point. All right, I gotta make a good point about this. Love the engagement of the chat. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to my wifey. Shout out to Courtney, bloodline sister. Shout out to my oldest. Shout out to everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody. Ones I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna spam the chat. I'm gonna spam the chat with ones now.
Chat, because I didn't
spam the chat with ones now.
On either.
Ones up. There you go. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it now.
There it goes.
Spam it. There we go. Yeah, ones up. Loving this engagement. We're having some great conversations on these topics. And we're going to keep this going. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button if you join the show. Hit that subscribe button. And we also are multi-streaming, so we definitely multi-streaming on various platforms. We on Kick, we on Twitch, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, or the X app. I got to say the X app. All right. I used to be Twitter, and then Courtney, she let people know, like, hey, switch it up on them. Switch it. All of a sudden, my phone went from Twitter, Bird, to X. I'm like, whoa! What the hell? What the hell? All right, but we YouTube as well. And of course, our central hub, the website, thebloodlineent.com. Yo, pleasure. All right. So let me get the next topic, which will be the highlights. And this is going to be this was a fun show. Okay, let me get the topics first. There we go. Yes, highlights of NXT Roadblock. Yo, if you watch Roadblock on Tuesday, it was a hell of a show. From up to the beginning to the match, to the end of the match, in the middle, everything in between. There was no wasted shots. And what I mean by that, like every shot they was showing on TV had purpose. And it's just like one of the, I always say this for NXT is one of the best consistent shows when it comes to professional wrestling. And what I mean by that, the way they progress stories, the way they develop characters, they just do it at an exceptional level. And I make a point about like Tony D'Angelo's character, how he first got introduced as being Tony D, having that thick Italian accent, maybe having some mob influence or, Tony Soprano influence. And you see how he developed being this boss, getting this underboss, getting his other cousin, and now he's getting his lawyer, building up this faction. Now he's getting ready to make moves, maybe getting ready to get the belt off the Dragunov. So just from all of this, I'm like, yo, and even the women, oh my God, the women, all the stories. It is so many stories in NXT. It's for the women. It's not even funny. It's like it has nothing to do with the title too. Like you got your title for the women's, but then you got other stories, plethora of stories. You got like Blair and Soruka, because Soruka came back. So now Soruka's like, hey, I remember you took me out, had to go and go be out for 9 months. Now she came back like, hey, we got beef. So now they got a little story. Roxanne right there in the corner of the picture, the graphic. Holy shit, you seen it week after week. She was slowly becoming unhinged, and now she was full-fledged and just whooped the dog shit out of Lyra Valkyria. She took her arm and she used it and bent it against like the bottom ring rope, and she bent it as far as she could, and she stamped and she just stamped on it. I was like, oh shit. And she had this twisted, mean look. I'm like, this ain't the Roxy I know. Like, holy shit. She had a mean streak. But it's just another example of the multitude of stories that they're telling with the women. And another point I was saying of the progression of all the stories that they just show for NXT, that, I just got to give it kudos. And that's the reason why we're discussing it. Like shout out to Trick Williams. He came back. Trick Williams is back. Yes.
That trick.
Yeah.
That trick.
He is back. He made his return back in the main event between Tony D'Angelo and Carmelo Hayes. They had a hell of a match. And shout out to Tony D, because honestly, I had Melo winning. I don't know if you did, sis. I had Melo winning. I thought like, hey, they're preparing for Melo for Dragunov, and then do Melo. Then Melo will be Dragunov for Stand and Deliver. So Melo and Trick can come and do their thing for the title, for their story. But it seems like they're doing other plans with that, because Tony D, he had a little trick up his sleeve. He was like, hey DJ, play that Whoop That Trick song. He played the theme song. Definitely distracted Carmelo. He turned around. He was like, what's going on? Tony D hit him with his finisher. 1, 2, 3. I was shocked. I was like, yo, what? But I was fine with it. I was cool. I love swerves. I love being surprised like this. But then after the match, Tony D get on the mic. He was like, yo, my fault for that little mishap. But I got another surprise for you. But Trick Williams' music hit again. But this time, Trick came out, whooping ass, whooping Melo security guards. And man, he just looked like he was a man on a mission. But what's your thoughts of the roadblock? You can talk about what are your favorite, or even if you got some highlights, some lowlights. What's your thoughts on NXT roadblock, sis?
I hear that Dijak, I can't pull it up on the stream chat, but Dijak hit a beautiful
garden reach
from the top of the cage, apparently. And yes, that had me die laughing.
Yo, what?
I laughing when I saw that. I was like, Steven.
Yo.
Talking about
yo.
Garden be hitting, buddy.
Okay. Oh man, the elder got jokes.
Yeah. And hey, welcome back, Trick Williams. But there's a certain someone by the name of the chairman, Sean Spears, is back, everybody. Let's go.
The chairman, Sean Spears, someone who I cared originally in NXT when he was Ty Dillinger. 10. Dun, 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 dun. He had like the superhero theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Now it's different. He's like more methodical. He just comes out in the chairs. It's all like nonchalant. And then he's like, all right, now I'm ready to whoop ass. And yeah, it was more like a squash match, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, he whooped his ass real quick. Yeah. So, but Sean Spears is back. My thoughts on the matter. I'm glad that he came back to NXT because it seemed like because they're more focused on stories, and I see that he wants to tell stories. I can tell he really wants to tell a story. It seems like he wants to tell a story with what's his name? He was part of the faction. The what would you call them? The Peaky Blinder faction. What was it called? Fight Night. What's his name? Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland. There we go. I was trying to think of his name. I was like, what's his name?
I'm not related to him. I don't blame him.
Ridge Holland. But I think maybe what they're possibly setting up between Ridge Holland and Sean Spears, because you could tell the crowd is still not feeling Ridge Holland. They're still booing him. I think maybe I think Sean Spears is going to somehow corrupt him. It's going to get in his mind, twist his thoughts, and somehow join him. And he's going to be part of the Sean Spears faction. Yes, Spears is going to have a faction now. He's going to be they're going to make him that guy in NXT. So that's what it seems like they're trying to do. Your thoughts, sis?
All right. I think what they're gonna try to do is, like, let's be real. Everyone who's been in that ring with Ridge Holland has ended up injured. I'm just saying, buddy. So I think putting him with Sean Spears he's gonna learn so much from him. Oh my God, the learning tree that he's gonna be under. And he's going to learn how to perfect his moves and stuff like that. And yes, William Regal is back on TV. I applaud that too.
Yes.
But yeah.
That's the words for his son, Charlie Dipsy. Dipsy.
Yes. I did not know his son was Charlie Dipsy.
You didn't know?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, what?
Oh, wow. Yeah, he kind of looked like him. Like you can see the resemblance, and but that's his son, and they had some words, and he said he wants him to represent the Heritage Cup champion well and do it proud. He said he will, and he told him he'll do it better than his dad. I was like, damn.
That's big shoes to fill, Charlie. I'm just saying, your dad's a legend. He's legendary.
Spencer says, I thought the whole Roadblock show was awesome. Even the backstage segments were on point and adding to the stories. Yes, like to the point when I said there was no wasted shot. Every segment, every match had purpose. Like we're just progressing stories. Not even Raw and SmackDown can do that. Like usually they might just have a segment in there that got nothing to do with nothing. It's just a comedy segment for something. Even NXT comedy segments can be part of a story to progress and get it moving. But WWE on the main roster, you see, it's just it's just there to be there. But that's why I can appreciate NXT. Like they're definitely telling stories.
And Shawn Michaels, he's doing a great job. And let me just give Ava Raine her flowers because she's coming out there. She's on TV every week, and she's doing a phenomenal job as GM, and making these decisions at such a young age.
Yeah, she's only what 23?
Yes, 23, something like that. Yeah.
Man, she's doing a good job on camera. I wonder what they're prepping her for, though. Because clearly they're getting her ready for something.
Yeah.
Because usually when you're in a GM role, usually they get you prep for the next phase. Like that's what I think they're gonna do for for the SmackDown GM role. What's his name? Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis. Yeah.
I think once he's done with the GM role, that man is gonna be he's gonna be one of those dudes. Like once he starts his wrestling career, the way they're setting him up, they're definitely doing it the right way.
Yes. They're setting her up. I just don't see her getting back in ring and doing in ring things anymore.
I don't know. She was to me.
She
She was
she was a
growing
bit,
inside the ring. She was
yes,
growing. I saw
but
improvement.
but the problem was she was getting injured and stuff, and we want to be careful with our bodies and the injuries. So that's why I feel like there maybe if Nick comes back to wrestling, they'll make Ava GM of SmackDown. Maybe not saying you're a bad wrestler because you're a good
That's
wrestler. Yeah. So
you know what? I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad because I said because hey, they prepping her for something. Because once Nick Aldis done, who's the next GM? Then it could be it could be Ava.
yeah.
Yeah, you could. Hey, The Rock could say, "Hey, I got all the power." Matter of fact, there go my daughter. She the GM now.
Right. Isn't that what he
Yo,
recently did for NXT? But
oh
she's learning from William Regal, and
yeah,
I love that she's learning everything from Regal. So that's just gonna make her 10 times better. And she's getting so much better on the mic. It's unreal. So NXT, we're shouting you out because y'all all are doing a phenomenal job, like keeping our attention, keeping the stories
yes.
going.
Stories matter. See, that's what
Yeah,
professional wrestling is about. It's about the stories. That's how you get people's attention. That's how you get the emotion. That's how you get people like, oh man, I want to watch and see what's going to happen next week because
yeah.
of the stories, the character development, everything, the little nuances. All right.
Ooh.
Steven says, laugh my head off. Our truth segment with Shawn Michaels. Yo.
Yes. Did y'all see that? I watched the reel on WWE's Instagram and I died. I was dying. Our truth, like I say every week, he is our treasure. He's like a national treasure.
Yes.
He might be out there, but he is a genius at what he does.
Yes, he is. He got the comedy timing is on point when it comes to our truth. Like there is no one like him.
Right.
He definitely makes me enjoy silly wrestling. Like I enjoy that aspect of wrestling, the silly part too. Like even because it has some heart to it. It makes you laugh. It's pulling an
Yeah.
emotion out. And you get entertained by it. So I definitely enjoy it. I love what our truth calls Shawn Michaels Johnny Gargano. That shit.
Oh my God. He's like, Johnny Gargano, you was doing a damn good job. You know
Yo.
what? And I was like, Archer, that's HBK. And then he think DIY is DX.
DX.
But wouldn't it be cool if they made a new DX with R-Truth and Johnny Gargano and Ciampa?
Do you think would they actually would do that? Because now they saying, hey, we're gonna call ourselves Regeneration X. That's like with him, with R-Truth, Miz, Tommaso, and Johnny Gargano. They saying, yeah, we're Regeneration X. So that's what they're saying. I don't know if that's going to be official. I think it won't be official until we see some merch, right? I think if we get some merch, maybe it'll be official. Maybe you can do something. And honestly, maybe this can help DIY. This can help Tommaso and Johnny Gargano because I think they honestly been having some trouble connecting with the main roster crowd. Like they just been slowly getting a reaction, but it's still not there yet. But I believe the Miz and R-Truth can pull that out.
If you notice, when they were called up to Raw, they were on there like 1 or 2 times and then they disappeared for a couple weeks, okay? And that's why the crowd is not connecting with DIY, I believe. It's because they hadn't booked them. I think it might be a booking issue, maybe, possibly.
I don't know. You got 3 hours.
Yeah.
You got 3 hours. So I don't know if it's a booking issue. I don't know. It's it's just I don't know if it's just a connect issue with the crowd because I see it, and and I don't know if it's the intro too because I'm not feeling their theme music. It's just too popish. It's like D-I. I'm like, what? This ain't Tommaso. This ain't where's that metal? Where's that rock? I need some guitars. I need some drums. I don't need no pop.
They listen to a lot of pop. I'm not sure.
Hey, Steve, that would be crazy. R-Truth remixing DX song.
That'd be awesome.
Yo,
I'd be like, look, let me get
what's
that
up?
Yo.
What's up?
See, now it's bopping in my head.
Oh man,
bop.
Regeneration X. Yo, that would be wild.
But would they still say "suck it" or something else?
Maybe they'll just say "What's up."
Well, they could be.
We got 2 words for you. What's up? Oh man! All right, let's move this along. I think we got one more topic.
We got one more topic.
Yeah, last but certainly not least. Okay.
We're doing this, y'all. We are doing this.
We're going to talk about this. Let's break some bread.
Yes.
Is AEW on the rise? Now, the reason why I asked this question, I did attempt a watch along. Sometimes when I do watch alongs, I do gaming with a mixture of viewers at home that's watching right now. And usually I'm able to multitask. I can pay attention, I could play and see what's going on at the same time. But when it comes to AEW, it's usually like background noise. I treat it like white noise. I can sometimes I try to turn up the sound to see if I can get it my attention. None of that worked. So I wasn't in tune. I didn't really give it the honest watch, but I did rewatch it again the following day. And I gotta say, I was impressed. I saw some video packages. I was impressed. I saw some stories progressing like I asked. I was impressed that I saw some women's matches, plural. I was impressed. Well, I should say for this past week, but last week it was like total of 4 matches, which was crazy. But what we're getting right now, it does seem to me that maybe AEW are a little bit on a momentum. Like I see the story progression between the Young Bucks. I actually like that story because I see some character involvement from the Young Bucks. They don't have that old theme music. They're not coming out to their old ring gear. They got suits on. They got their music actually slaps. It's a banger. It's almost God.
Don't look at the shirt. We talking about the Young Bucks here.
It's almost Final Boss music, like the way it comes out, the way it I'm like, yo, they're onto something, and I like that, and I'm feeling that. And shout out to the Young Bucks introducing Okada. Okada has returned. He's officially part of AEW and paid him the big bucks. He got that money. All right. And he aligned himself with the all elite EVPs. He is part of the EVP faction. And I think this is a smart move to get the instant starlight and instant, like, hey, you need to pay attention to this dude now. And I'm like, hey, maybe they're starting to maybe they're starting to learn. They're starting to learn from their mistakes. But my question is AEW on the rise? What about you, sis? What do you think? Is AEW on the rise?
I said earlier I'll think about it. I'm still thinking about it. But I want to say congratulations to Okada. I know him from his New Japan days. Yes, I watch when I can. But I have always been a huge fan of Kota Ibushi and this man, the Rainmaker, right here. So you're doing something right when you lock in Okada. But my question is, when and if, and this is big if, when and if Kenny Omega comes back, will we get Kenny Omega versus the Rainmaker, or will they make us wait? That is my question.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I like that question. Because
Yes.
Kenny Omega is injured. No, I don't think. Is there a timetable for him yet?
I'm
we have a
not
timetable?
sure if somebody could find out for me.
Chat, Steven,
Yeah,
Elder.
Elder, can
You've
you
been
help
very
me
active.
Elder out, please?
You got a timetable on Kenny Omega. He said, but the Elder says TK forking over the months paying Okada $4.5 million for over 3 years. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. $4.5 million a year for 3 years. Holy shit. Damn. Double damn. And he paying that money. Well, you're a billionaire. Well, your dad's a billionaire.
Yeah. Daddy's a billionaire.
All right. Technically, your dad's a billionaire.
But yeah, and from what I saw pictures yesterday, cause I be trying to keep up with AEW and the wrestlers. They have a new set. Did you happen to see the new set?
Yes, I did. I seen the new set. I seen the new logo design, and you know what? I like it. I like it because it reminds me of the NXT 2.0. And you know what? And I'm cool with them making change. Sometimes you got to adjust. All right, you gotta make the plan, you gotta execute the plan, and sometimes you gotta throw away the plan. And this is the point where they had to throw away a plan and went with a rebranding. I think it was a smart move. Maybe they're trying to go more diverse for their audience now, looking beyond their hardcore niche, because their hardcore is not going anywhere. Their hardcore is what their hardcore is. Always says they need to grow beyond their hardcore to get more of their eyes. All right. Hold on. We got the broadcast.
I got to do this one time. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Hey, my brother's in the broadcast over there.
What's going on? Broadcast all the way from the future. The future. Also, fellow content creators are over here on YouTube, over here on the broadcast, and on Twitch. But make sure you follow them, hit them up, subscribe them, like all their content, and get the ones up for the broadcast. What's going on, gentlemen? How you feeling? You saying, what's up, Courtney? And AEW pick his #1 fan, Devin. Oh, man. Well, it seems like that because I actually give him praise. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, it feels weird, but
it feels
maybe that's
weird
because I've been hanging out with the Dynamite Download guys.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
SPD, Crayfish, and Mind Runner. And if you hadn't watched, please give my friends a follow and watch them because they are awesome. They have given me some great opportunities to interview the likes of Izzy Mania along with Thunder Rosa. So that was enough said about that. Just like they're my brothers, so please go follow them too.
There we go. Yeah, good plug right there. Go and follow, get the ones up as well. But yeah, coming in, it sounds like I'm the #1 fan. The way I'm giving praise, but it feels weird. Just the energy.
But yeah,
the
I actually did like it. It does look. It looks fresh. It looks vibrant, and I love bright colors. So
there he is. He's in the building. We got Geekstra, aka the Indiana Jones of Destiny, aka the king of clips, aka Mr. Delicious himself. Yes, I know. I said it. It's an unspoken agreement, but hey, this man loves food. He always says, I feel delicious. You get your ones up for Geekstra.
Feeling delicious. Hey, Gray Man. What's up, Gray?
Oh, yeah, I see Gray Man. Great. Hey, man. What's going on? Hey, man. What's going on, Gray Man? Ones up. We got the Discord family in the building. Get your ones up for Gray Man.
And Steven the Elder did let us know that we won't see Kenny Omega back until next year. So, Kenny, just rest your body. Ooh. Do what you got to do to get healthy, because we don't like to see like people hurt like you've been. So just take care of yourself.
He's saying 2025. Yeah, you definitely heal up. Take your time. Heal up in that chamber. All right, and we'll, hopefully we see you next year in the ring. Steven says, great match, Ospreay versus Fletcher last night. So here, so here are my thoughts on the match. The match, when it comes to this, matches without stories, for me, that's where they lose me. And I didn't really care about this match. I care about the end though, because I saw when at the end of the match, you had Ospreay and Bryan Danielson. They had a little small face-off. That caught my attention. I'm like, okay, let's see what they do. Let's see what this do. Let's see if they can get me to be more curious about where they lead to, if they're going to build a story. All right, they're going to tell a story of them coming to blows, because I want to see this. I'm not into the Fletcher and Ospreay having an exciting match, but it's nothing to me when it's no story, no meat and potatoes.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Elder, because I do know about Will Ospreay. Again, New Japan, came from New Japan, came over here to AEW, gonna light it up. So y'all just enjoy the ride of Will Ospreay, and welcome back Kyle Fletcher, because he has been out for quite a while. So I'm happy he's back.
Geisha says, I'm at the casinos. All right, man, get that money. Get that money. All right.
Bro, don't lose your ass.
All right. The broadcast network says Okada will get lost in the shuffle in AEW. Based on the money he is making, I wouldn't have passed it up myself, but I have no faith in Tony Khan's booking. Fair point, sir. So that's where that's where the waters get a little murky. Is the booking? Is that, will he become just another AEW member of the roster, or will he stand out? Hopefully, just from the initial setup, it looks he's going to stick out, because you got the EVP faction, you got the whole repackage of the Young Bucks, and we're going to see what they're going to do with this. So it's in the air for me.
Right.
It's in the air for me, but I'll say this, because of that strong show that they had, because it was more story focused, I do want to see what happened next week. But let's see how long they can keep this streak. Will they can keep this streak going? It gets me to say, hey, all right, I'm going to go check out the pay-per-view 3 months from now. I'm ready to get this next pay-per-view. Or, like, I'm good. I'll pass. So yes, big business is next week. Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely checking it out.
So that brings me to my next question. When Mercedes Moné entered the building, Will she get the proper due? Or will she also get lost in the shuffle, or AKA, like I call it, buried?
I see, based off the history of Tony Khan, I always say this. That dude seriously do not care about women's wrestling. Now he did make a hire that used to be a writer for WWE. I think she's good friends with Sasha Banks. I'm sorry, Mercedes Moné, I should say. Now she's part of AEW. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but I see an initial pop, maybe 3 weeks. Solid pop, good 3 weeks, and then after that, it will start to come down. See, that's AEW's, that's where they mess up, because they got to understand less is more, my guy. I don't need to see Mercedes every week, in matches, and then you're just gonna continue to water her down and it seems like she's just so less special in that promotion now. Like, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all.
Well, did you see her like doing what they did, kind of like to Jade Cargill at the end? Because she eventually walked.
Oh, I always said that. Yeah, I can see Mercedes Moné come back to WWE. Like, you go there, you go and find out. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, I'm pretty sure WWE will be glad for you to come back. All right, no harm, no foul. It's all business at the end of the day. People got to remember, this is a wrestling business.
This is really hard for me to say positive things about AEW, because I've been on the negativity train with AEW, but we'll see if this stays, or will I go back to the negativity train. I'm trying not to punch that ticket.
I don't know. We're gonna see how they treat the ladies next week on Big Business. If it's kind of messed up, we already know Courtney gonna be feeling.
Brother, what's that?
What's that? What's that? Why'd you do that?
Telling Tony Khan,
Skedaddle, get the fuck out of here.
Pretty much. Y'all don't want to know my feelings about TK. That's off camera stuff.
Let's tap in with the chat.
Yes.
Going back off right now. Hey, Steven. Hey, I agree with this. Yeah, I care about the wrestling more than the storyline. I understand, because I care about the storyline more than the wrestling. See, I'm the other way around. But that's the beauty about professional wrestling. You got fans that enjoy all different parts of wrestling, because wrestling is just subjective. All right, but you got people that care more about the moves than the story. You got people who care about the story more than the moves. You got people that care about the death match wrestling. All right, they want blood, they want pizza cutters, they want explosions. And you got people that don't want none of that. They just want a straight technical match. They don't want no aerials. They just want hands, arm locking positions, and that's it. Right. All right, no flips, nothing. But that's the beauty about professional wrestling. I think it's what fans forget. Because on Twitter, or I should say the X app, people are just saying, hey, my opinion is better than yours because I said this about wrestling. Good for you. You get a cookie, sir.
Yeah.
Spencer says
ICW. Just saying. I'm not in that clique.
Spencer says, to my storylines help develop what to see when the match happens. You can have great matches, but when you add a storyline, it makes it that much greater.
Yes.
Fine point. Yes, it does. That means the move means even more because the story is behind it. Like this headlock I got you in is even more because I got beef with you now. So if it's just like if they just met, or if it's just like two wrestlers, I don't know anything of story, and this headlock is just a headlock, or this 450 is just a 450. All right, it's no purpose behind it. So I definitely understand that point. Fine point, Spencer. All right. Yes. And I think I caught up. Did I call? Oh no, I didn't catch up with the chat. Nope, my mistake. All right, Steven, the elder says, despite TK forking over the money, Mercedes is all elite. And he says, may see Mercedes wrestling April 21st, the Dynasty pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-view debut. Oh, they got another one next month? They ain't doing one in 3 months from now? Holy shit.
Yeah, apparently that came out like
what?
Was it last night or a week before last? I can't remember the exact day. But yeah, April 21st you're getting Dynasty pay-per-view. So
damn.
That brings up my yeah, it's crazy. Did they actually get that from the actual show Dynasty? I wonder. I don't know. I'm wondering what the thinking is. And another guy who I wanted to bring up, and we hadn't seen him, and it's 2024. Yes, I'm talking about Maxwell Jacob Freeman. MJF, where are you?
That's a good question. I think what they're doing is just keeping him away, and he's probably going to do like a surprise pop up on Adam Cole, and then we'll kickstart that story and see if we can find something that that once was.
Yes, maybe.
All right. Oh, hold on. We got a special guest in the building. Hold on. Let me shut this down real quick. Let me turn off. Wait a minute. Let me turn off this.
It's our special guest
on the ABJ.
What's going on? I apologize. I'm so late.
It's all
I had a lot going on, and I was in somebody else's show, and then I had to. We're doing cool things out here. I was on Tantalizing Tony's show, and then jumping over to you guys, and then I was over in the Discord, and then I seen that you messaged me after I said like, "Hey, if you need somebody, I'm available," and then I seen it late, so I apologize. I came to the party late.
No, all good, bro. All good, man. Totally understand. We're all content creators. We're all busy. We're all multitasking, trying to do a million things. So I've been there, done that. I get that, bro. But welcome. Everybody get your ones up for Anthony, the ABJ from the Anthony Blackwell Jr. Has a fantastic channel. Okay, he's on the grind, on the journey for 1,000 subs. He is getting close each and every day. So let's go ahead, subscribe to his channel. Actually,
yes, please do.
Let me get the link.
I appreciate that.
Great community. If you're not a part of his community, I am.
Oh, community?
A
community?
There.
What are we?
Y'all, we're the cult.
We're a cult. Thank you.
There we go.
We are not a community. Join the cult of ABJ. Speaking of my cult members, I heard you made a bet, a deal of all sorts over here.
Yes. I'm pretty sure the news was breaking all over the Discords.
Hey, Apple. Hey, Lily.
Yeah,
it was
so
weird
I made a bet with Steven.
So I think it was happening through my channel while I was live and while you were live, and it was bouncing back and forth amongst the chats saying this is what was going on, and then I was like, up the ante, say this, and then
so you was instigating.
I was helping a little bit.
Oh man, you was gaslighting Steven. Say this, amp it up.
Hey,
I said add the feature that he has to come and do AEW watch-alongs with me. Join the dark side, man. AEW is where it's at, brother.
I don't know. Well, now
they're making great content over there.
They had a solid show. I give them that. I gave them kudos today.
Solid pay-per-view too.
I didn't check out the pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view was great.
I was just not interested.
There was only two matches on that pay-per-view that I felt didn't hold up fully for me. I don't think they were bad matches. They just didn't
Okay.
do it for me. I thought the 8-man scramble was kind of weak, but also that was put together very last minute. That was kind of like, hey, throw people out there, do an 8-man spot fest, and that's essentially what it was. I thought every other match on the card was amazing, and then I thought this Wednesday, I thought they came out swinging. Every single segment, every single match, every single action of screen time was used to build story and add on to story. Like if you watch this Wednesday of Dynamite and you still have the take that AEW doesn't have storylines, at this point you're null and void. You're just hating at this point for no reason, because every single aspect of that camera it was on and somebody was on, they built onto a storyline.
Yeah, I did talk about the story. I was like, hey, they actually had stories. It was actually progressing.
Well, here's the thing: these stories have all been there. These stories have all been there, but they kicked all their stories to another level on this Wednesday. But all the stories that they built on that Wednesday have all been there, but people haven't been giving them the recognition.
Well, here's the thing: they have the stories, but it's like a clubhouse. Like you need to know. So if you're not part of the club, and I'm coming in, they're like, "Oh, this is good." I'm like, "What's so good about this?" So because I'm not part of, I'm not part of the need to know. But I think that's what they're working on. They're like, "Hey, pay attention to Will Ospreay now. Like, hey, we might do something with him and Daniel Bryanson." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. This is what I was putting that focus." Like,
yeah. I think what really sets AEW differently from WWE is AEW is more geared towards the independent wrestling fans, the old ROH fans, the New Japan fans, the CMML fans. Like they play nice with every company and they acknowledge, see how I did that? They acknowledge every other wrestling company. So they don't pretend that your accomplishments somewhere else's don't matter. So like when they bring somebody in, they say like, oh, here's Okada, who is a former world champion, who is a big deal in these companies. And he's this golden baby face. And now he just showed up. And this is why he's a big deal. Mercedes Moné, like they're going to eventually say she was this big deal in Japan, big deal in WWE, and they're going to bring her in accordingly, even though I still don't think it's the greatest move by them. And I don't think she's well received by the locker room, but that'll be time will tell. But I really feel like AEW has been doing that, but I feel like if you're just someone who only follows the WWE product and you don't watch other things, or you don't follow the independent scene, or you're not, how you said, in the know, you're kind of like, well, WWE hits me with so many replay packages and catch up promos throughout their course of their shows that you almost have to know what's going on at all times because it's hammered down your neck.
But it's not even WWE, because I give kudos to TNA as well. The point is they know how to present wrestling to a television audience. I think that's what they know how to do. Even NWA, so to speak, they know how to present television to a television audience. So I think that's what I see. AEW is slowly getting back to that grasp of presenting to a television audience instead of just our hardcore, because they got their hardcore. I always say the hardcore ain't going nowhere. All right, hardcore is hardcore. They got their fans for life, but they just need to build upon that.
Yeah. So here's where I'll say, and this is what separates AEW for me from WWE. Devin just hit 666 subscribers. I love that. Yeah.
Oh, what? Hey!
No more subscribers. Stay right there. Yeah.
No. Hey, hold on.
Brother, what's that?
We ain't doing that.
Let's go. Shout. Anyway,
I love it.
What the thing is I completely lost. Oh, WWE 2 weeks. They're leading up to a pay-per-view, right? We're getting excited for the pay-per-view. So we are getting now. AEW is starting to do something I'm not a huge fan of either that WWE does, and that's why I like the difference of the two programs. I like how they're completely different. Like one's Marvel, one's DC, and they're both okay. One's not bad and one's not good. They're both doing something different, and to think that they should be doing the same for it to be successful, I think is a terrible way of looking at it. But WWE does this thing where, like, hey, tonight we're getting Seth Rollins versus this person, and you look at that card and you go, yeah, that's not. They'll work really hard for like 5-6 minutes, but you know this is ending crazy. Like they're not gonna give you a clear cut winner or loser. It's gonna be shenanigans. It's gonna be DQ. It's gonna be a run in. And the opening of Raw, the opening of SmackDown, the end of Raw, and the end of SmackDown leading into a pay-per-view all ended in DQ because they put in marquee matchups that you're like, this match is too good for weekly television. I don't believe you. You're going to deliver. And WWE tends to always do that, where AEW is like, yo, we're going to give you Will Ospreay versus this guy, and they have a clean finish. Like, there may be something after the bell, but for the most part, you're getting these matchups of two superstars, and someone is a winner and someone is a loser, and they build off of that accordingly. And I don't think WWE does the same thing. And AEW kind of did it a little bit with the BCC, where it's like, oh, these guys are going to fight, and these are guys now we have to do a mixed tag to try to make sure they all see each other. And even AEW, when they did that, they had Kingston and Danielson, and then they had the BCC versus who was Kingston with that night? Shit, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, FTR. So I was like, oh, this is going to end in a crazy finish because these guys are all going to wrestle at a pay-per-view. And Kingston got choked out cold by Danielson. And you're thinking to yourself, holy crap. Like Danielson just beat him clean leading up to a pay-per-view. You don't see that on the other side of the screen. And that's why I kind of like the differences between the two companies.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Let me catch up with the chat. But what's going on? True Peer saying is in the building, aka the king of the PvP. Also, my tag team partner when it comes to this great game of Destiny 2. What's going on? True Peer saying you get your ones up for True Peer.
Destiny 2, you guys, I can't believe you guys still play Super Nintendo. That's crazy. Destiny 2, that game's like 48 years old.
Hey man, I'm committed. All right,
it's like World of Warcraft. What's been around longer, Destiny or World of Warcraft? Jesus.
Warcraft.
Oh.
Yeah.
Warcraft definitely.
Warcraft. Yeah. Wow.
Broadcast says AEW wants to present itself like a sport, but mainstream audiences don't look wrestling the same way. I think AEW treats itself like professional wrestling, and WWE treats itself like sports entertainment. And I think that's the difference. They even said themselves. Vince has said for years, we are not a wrestling company. We are an entertainment company.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So here's the thing. I always said this because it's funny that you say that. That's the difference. And I always said sports entertainment and professional wrestling is the same thing.
It's not. It is, but it isn't.
Okay. But explain. I need to hear the explain.
So sports entertainment. So here's an example. WWE is going to tell you this is why you should turn into SmackDown next week. The Rock's going to be there and he's going to say something. And AEW turns around and goes, you should watch next week because Danielson's wrestling Will Ospreay. That's the two differences of how they promote their shows. WWE is promoting a promo. AEW is promoting the match.
And that's sports entertainment
100% because they're pushing that they want you to do the narrative. So The Rock went out and did a 45-minute promo, and AEW did two matches before that. If you put the shows right next to each other, one put together two matches and the other one did a 45-minute promo. They are a sports entertainment company. AEW tells a lot of story while they're in the ring.
Yeah, but it's still, this is where I see the similarities between sports entertainment and professional wrestling. So they say sports entertainment, larger than life superstars, more talking, more was it you would say promotions, but when Vince McMahon said, hey, no, this is sports entertainment, not professional wrestling. He said that with purpose, though. He said that because he's trying to avoid the gambling regulations or something like that. Because if he would have said if he was professional wrestling, then he had to apply to the state regulations. But because he said he's a sports entertainment, he found a loophole. He wasn't able to.
Listen, I still think there's Shawn Michaels is a great professional wrestler, but Shawn Michaels embodies sports entertainment.
I'm still trying
so
to see.
Brett is a pro. Brett is a pro wrestler. Sean was a sports entertainer.
Brett was still a professional, still a sports.
Brett's style of what he performed in the ring is professional wrestling. Like
even when he came out,
Bryan Danielson is a professional wrestler. Like his style, what he embodies is the old school pro wrestling. Like every bit of the match has to make sense. There has to be realism to it. There has to be some form of like, it looks like we're performing a sport. And sports entertainment is where you kind of suspend your belief of like, the Undertaker is a zombie and he can shoot fire and lightning out of his fingertips. Like that's sports entertainment.
But sports entertainment, they was doing this even in the carnies though, because you got what's his name, Buddy Rogers, or well, no, not Buddy Rogers.
The carnies,
was it Gorgeous George?
Yeah, but Gorgeous George would still say, anyone in the crowd come out and fight me, and they would do a shoot fight. Like, and sometimes they'd be plants, but at the end of the day, they were portraying that they were tough guys in an actual combat sport. And then the sports entertainment aspect was like, yeah, I can get hit with a steel chair 45 times and still win the match somehow. Like in a real fight, you're dead. You know what I mean?
It's still a showman. It's still an art to that. You know, when you say, hey, you know, come and fight me. And it's still somewhat of an art to that. That's why I say like
that's the difference between your sports entertainment and your. So like when they got caught with the when people start saying that they were breaking kayfabe and saying wrestling's not real and stuff like that, sure, they were trying to get rid of gambling and they were trying to get rid of state athletic commissions and stuff like that, and it made it looser on them by admitting that professional wrestling was a legit combat sport. So he tried to erase the entire terminology of pro wrestling and then called them sports entertainers. But there's a lot of people who like the art of pro wrestling, and I think AEW for the most part tries to treat their show as a pro wrestling show. Like, sure, they still have some comedy, they still have some elements of all of that in their shows, but I think at the core, AEW is kind of booked like an old school Ring of Honor, is booked like a New Japan. It's kind of booked like a NXT Black and Gold era, where WWE was really, really over the top. Like these are 100% characters, and the matches that you're going to see are kind of put over that way. It is changing. I think Triple H is starting to get them, like they're even starting to call themselves pro wrestlers, and they're putting together matches. But I think both companies are doing very, very well right now. But I just think the only thing that makes them like weekly television on WWE, I watch it, but after the show is over, I'm kind of like, I feel like I could have probably skipped that episode, or I could have just watched the recap of the storytelling before the build-up, because it's kind of been like on repeat. So I'm kind of really excited for Mania to happen, because I feel like Mania is going to be that reset for the company. Okay.
Well, usually Mania is like their, or the day or the Monday after Mania is usually like their reset or new season. Yeah. So
I personally think going into Mania, I think all but one title changes.
Yeah. All but one.
Yeah, I think Rhea Ripley definitely retains.
I love how you did that.
Only because, like, I just think it's bonkers that Bianca Belair is not wrestling for the title. It's crazy to me.
I love her.
I don't see a world where I don't know. I like Becky. I think Becky's really talented, but I'm over Becky as the main event pitcher for the last 3 years. I think Bianca, as a fan, I'm clamoring to see more Rhea. I want to see Rhea versus Bianca.
Hashtag 3 years too long.
Yeah.
Who put that in? We got that in the chat. I didn't even check that. Hold on. I got to check. We got that in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he banned a lot of words. He banned sports entertainment. He banned hospital. It was medical facility. Yeah.
But the definition pro wrestling is the sports entertainment is like Harlem Globetrotters and basketball. Yeah. But pro wrestling, sports entertainment would be the same. AEW.
You're still playing basketball, but one's being treated like a basketball game and one's being treated like a circus show.
Wouldn't AEW be treating like a circus show and not?
I think AEW is geared more towards your late teens, 20s to 30 demographic, and WWE is more geared towards kids. I'm going to be honest.
Most definitely families. Like, you know, from a business perspective, perspective, I think that's a smart way of getting the moms. You go through the kids. So I get that.
Like, I think if you go watch Batman, your younger kids are going to be like, I'm bored. They're talking too much. I want to see explosions. I want to see people fight. I want to see, but like, so you take them to a Marvel movie because Marvel's like bright and colorful and jokes and made for the kids, and DC's more of a darker, gloomier universe. You know what I mean? Like, they're both good, but one's clearly for an older audience and one's geared towards a younger audience. I don't feel like my intelligence is insulted as much watching professional wrestling on AEW as it is WWE, if that makes sense.
Well, it doesn't because you got with AEW, you had what was those big stadium stampedes? The first one that was hysterical.
Yeah,
when you had
like, I don't want to say that. Yeah.
They was reading the graphic. I was like, what?
I don't want to say that AEW is 100%
silly.
serious because it's definitely not. But like, so example, AEW comes out and goes, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and then like they might even say an F word and they beep it, and then WWE's like, "You know what? I want to call you Diarrhea Dwayne." And he was like, he said diarrhea. Yes. I'm like, one's a joke for 4th grade and one's like more high school. Like, I'm gonna you up. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's kind of the difference between the companies for me.
That's fair enough.
But I think they're both good. I think they're both entertaining companies and I want them to both succeed. I want them both to be around. Listen, because when people get fired from one company and they need to get a job, I'm glad that there's companies that they can bounce to because wrestling is popular.
Yes, wrestling is popular.
I want to end, no pun intended. I hope we end the tribalism and let people just enjoy the art of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, whatever it may be.
I don't think tribalism is going anywhere.
I agree.
It is what it is.
Us as content creators, if people are listening to us, we can help eliminate some of that toxicity that's on the internet scene.
Well, yeah. Well, see, I look at it like this. I have a perspective of wrestling is subjective. So what you like, I might not like. What I like, you might not like. All right, because I look at wrestling totally through a different perspective than you. So here's my opinion. But some people just seem to don't understand that. So from that standpoint, that's why I can have any wrestling debate and just keep it within attacking the points and not crossing that line of, all right, you're an asshole then.
Well, fellas,
die in a fire.
Right.
Can I ask you guys a question? What style of wrestling is your favorite? You messed me up, AJ. Come on, buddy. What style of wrestling is your favorite and why?
I have a style. I don't know how I would define the style, but I like a good edgy heel that can play both heel and babyface, but doesn't go to that golden babyface status. But I think if it's like an in-ring style I'm definitely into the Flair. I'm into the Shawn Michaels. I'm into the old Jericho, not modern. The AJ Styles of the world, the Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler's. Like, I like those work rate guys who sell, who are athletic, who can do the technicality, but can also do a little bit of high flying. Like, not oversized, but that perfect build where if he takes on a 7-foot tall guy, it looks like he's defeating a giant, but he doesn't look so small that he's a luchador. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of my, essentially the entire AEW roster. Like, those guys are like Adam Cole's, the Kevin Owens of the world. Like, they're the wrestlers I gravitate to.
That's awesome. Yours,
I
Devin?
like that answer. For me, you know, of course, my style would be of that final boss. All right. Like I always say, when AEW came out, I was a real big fan of Brody Lee. I love the character they was going with. I love how they introduced him, with the whole door thing. And it wasn't with the door, it's like the whole light thing. And he finally just revealed himself. I love if they can get back to that. Like, that's when I was a fan of. I love when they was telling the story of these whole videos of Join the Dark Order. He got on the train and all of that. You know, just throwing these little messages like, what is all this? What's this Dark Order all about? Like, I like the suspense. I love swerves in my stories. I love character development.
Oh, I thought you meant swerve in general. Swerve. That's a good story going on right now. I love that story right now.
I'm feeling swerve over there in AEW. But
What about Joe? Do you like Joe as champion?
I like Joe, but
Joe's like a final boss. Like
he
the whole
is,
time,
but
the whole promo, Joe's like, yo, you guys are talking about fighting each other and kill. You realize you got to fight me. Like Joe is still in this match. Like,
you know what it is? I think I can't get around his music. It's that
what?
It's
Joe. I love it.
I'd rather have his old music because that was more final boss to what I got right now. It's a little more, I don't know, a little bit more happy, go lucky. I don't know. Yeah. I need some final. I need like Young Bucks final boss. That's what that new Young Bucks theme song. It has that final boss energy. All right, I need something like that from Samoa Joe to complete that. Because right now I just see you as all right. You the champion, but not like the boss of all bosses, not the goat of all goats. No.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a great conversation. Great conversation on this Pro Wrestling Thursday. Getting it in almost damn near 2 hours of conversation.
I know. Look at you're getting those watch hours in.
Hey, yeah. We got Steven.
So I'm gonna say this right now. I was just gifted WWE 2K24, and it's installed and ready to go. And I forgoed playing it to be here to hang out with y'all. That's how much.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you didn't have to do that, man.
No, I had to. I wanted to come here and talk to the tribal nation. The everyone over here burning their assholes up and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
great fun. I love it.
I definitely want to make it a point. I want to make a world where I made amends with recent content creators and stuff like that. I just feel like all of us slower content creators who are trying to make a wrestling a better place. And there's a lot of us, man. And I've been really out there networking and meeting really cool people and trying to bring everyone together to be this one giant cohesive, like, let's all make content and support the art of pro wrestling. And I think it's a lot of fun. So I definitely enjoy coming on here if I'm invited to collaborate with other people and talk and do my thing.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You're more than welcome.
You're always welcome.
You have a permanent invite to anytime you want to come through. All right, for watch alongs, wrestling discussions, anytime, bro. So
appreciate that.
Welcome. I see Steven the Elder says make an AEW fan out of the tribal. See that tribal nightmare. But me,
did you hear my nickname? Did you hear my nickname? Anything you should go by?
Oh, no. Tell him, please. I want to.
Oh, this is good. This is good. So I was trying to think of like how you can do the tribal, but also the nightmare. But I think you have to drop tribal. I think if like this goes through, like tribal, all that has to go away because all of it's dead. It's gone. It's now the new thing. And I think like American nightmare isn't good, right? Because you still have to have that thing. And I always say like, because this is all tongue in cheek, right? Who was the biggest tongue-in-cheek to Dusty Rhodes? Who was created to make fun of Dusty Rhodes? Akeem.
Oh, yeah. Akeem,
so you have to be the African nightmare. Because he was the African dream, and Cody's the American nightmare, so we have to smash them together. So you have the tongue-in-cheek of the African, and because you're a person of color, and nightmare, and it's funny, and there's funniness to it, and that was my pitch.
Yeah, African nightmare.
The African
tribal nightmare for me.
A bullshit.
I'm surprised you didn't get to solo, but okay.
We can do that. I could bless you with the solo. That's no problem. That's right on time, sis. Solo! You too, Steven, the Elder. Solo! With that nightmare. Solo! African nightmare. Solo! Oh, tribal chief. That's what I am.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my little bit, but that's funny. No, I'm excited, man. I'm really pumped for Mania. I want to finally get there. Yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania, right? Like this is the story. Yeah. I think the path to get there has kind of taken me out of a lot of it. But I don't know. I think both companies are thriving right now. I think both companies are where you should be. I mean, AEW just made a lot of recent moves, and they said they're not done yet. They said they got a few more coming. They said AEW's next week's show, Big Boss Time or Big Business or whatever the hell they're going by, is going to be a go-to remember wrestling event that they're saying. Okada already showed up, so is Mercedes Moné big enough to say it's the biggest night of wrestling, or there's going to be more happening? So it's going to be, and we have a title fight. We have Joe versus Wardlow. And if you kind of look at the story, we might get a title change on a world heavyweight title change on weekly wrestling. Like, that's a possibility.
Yeah, that doesn't happen the main titles doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, but that's the thing with AEW. Like, when you turn on their program and they say we have a title fight tonight, on the WWE side, you're like, there's zero chance this is changing. If it's a tag team title or like a US, maybe, but like one of the big titles changing, no chance. But AEW, you're kind of looking at this show and you're like, you want to make changes, you want to do things, and you have a pay-per-view coming up called Dynasty. Interesting. Like, there's a lot of breadcrumbs that lead up to Wednesday, which I don't know. I think AEW did a good job this Wednesday of saying we deserve your attention.
Well, did they deserve my attention? I don't know. Maybe they still gotta earn it. Maybe they still gotta earn it. Freak Maniac, you know what, bro? My bad. I did not acknowledge you. I did not even see you in the chat, bro. Now I see you in the chat.
Now he comes home.
Here we go. He's that way unless you bring up Roman. There's no reason with him. Exactly. There's no reason. My tribal chief, hashtag forever change. 3.5 years.
Now he comes home to bloodline.
But what's going on, Freak Maniac 90210, aka the Librarian of Destiny 2, also a fellow content creator. But you get your ones up for Freak.
Freak joined my Call of Duty game the other day, and I was like, why is this one person on my team green? You know how someone joins your party, they turn green, and he ran by me and I seen the name. I was like, oh, pink, and I shot him in the head, and then he spawned back and I shot him again, and he's like, yo, how do I keep dying? And I'm laughing because we were in the Discord. I'm like, yo, read who's killing you, and it was me.
That's funny. That is hilarious. What's going on? We got Gears of Kai. What's going on? He said, for me, I love Stardom. The way they tell stories is just amazing. The fact that how talented they are in the ring is just the icing on the cake. They get vicious in that ring. I'm talking about vicious.
I haven't seen Stardom yet. I have to give it a shot.
Yeah, I seen some. They got some highlights there floating over there on Twitter, and man, it's some moves that I have never seen before.
Yeah,
that only seen on Stardom. So they got some good shit over there. And Gears of Kai said, when it comes to the wrestlers, I like 100%. It's the little shit. It's the little shit Bratty Hill. I love them so much. So you like Dom? You like Dominic Mysterio?
Dom is going to turn into the biggest babyface in professional wrestling within a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You gotta wait that long.
I think he still got ways of
it.
heel roll.
I think what they're gonna do is he's gonna start tweening soon, where he's gonna be still heel, but he's gonna start being liked by the audience. And I think Judgment Day after Mania is gonna slowly start to crumble. I think JD McDonough is gonna be on his own. I think Finn is coming up on a contract. He might not even be in the company very soon. I think Damian is going to probably be a successful cash in for what title, who knows. And I think Rhea and Dom are going to still stay together. And I think they're going to push that story more without the rest of the Judgment Day. And I think we get like that Eddie Guerrero China. Yes. Like I think we're going to start getting where Dom lies, cheats, and steals, and where I think he's gonna turn into that heel but do babyface things, and people are gonna fall in love with him, and then him and Rhea are gonna ride to the top.
See, I'm good with that, but you know, the healing me, I got Dom just healing up on Rhea, like betraying her some way, like the way Eddie got by China. And he was, that man was begging on his knees. I
think Dom's gonna do the same thing. I think Rhea has to stay heel because everyone's saying Rhea turns babyface and Bianca turns heel, and I think Bianca's too important to professional wrestling to turn her heel. I think she's got to stay babyface for a long time.
Yeah,
I think she just represents something in wrestling that we've never had, and that's a strong black female who's a babyface.
Yes,
Yes.
she is, man. She brings eyes. She brings like some of the casual of casuals, like my wife.
Yes.
She's a very casual viewer of professional wrestling. She don't follow it at all until she met me. And then she know I watch my weekly wrestling, but then until Bianca, that's what caught her attention. It was Bianca's reason why she started following the wrestling. All right.
Representation is important in everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the demographic of young Black girls that are women are like teenagers, are young, like younger kids, like that are people of color, like supporting professional wrestling because they have that representation, and they're not like you don't see a glass ceiling anymore. It's not Black talent who hit a certain level and then that's as far as they're going to get, and you can get a mid-card title or you maybe get a world championship, but we're going to take it away from you in 3 weeks. Bianca feels like she's a big deal. And I feel like turning her heel is a huge injustice to your fan base. I think she's like John Cena level, where I don't think she turns heel anytime soon.
Yeah. But she would be money if she's heel, because she was.
I think she can develop an edge
when she was heel.
I think she could develop an edge, but I still think she stays babyface.
I don't know. Either way, I'm fine. Because either way, if she wants to continue with the face. But if she ever decides to switch it up, I'm fine either way.
And I think your strong heel, your strong Black female representation heel is coming very soon.
Oh, you talking about Jade?
Yes.
Oh, Jade's coming soon. And Jade's gonna be. I think because Bianca's not being utilized at WrestleMania, we have no plans for her yet because both titles are like in the way.
Yep.
I think Jade challenges Bianca, and I think she beats the dog shit out of Bianca at Mania, and I think they start a blood feud. I think because I don't think
we get a match for on the road to WrestleMania. So between Jade and Bianca,
I think Jade starts showing up and starts asserting her dominance, and I think Bianca tries to step to her, and I think that's the match we get.
Interesting.
I don't see Jade as someone who's going to be around week to week to week to week. I think early she might do a little bit of a small run to establish herself. But I don't see her as someone who's the work rate. I think she's going to be someone that's going to be in Hollywood. She's going to be in movies. There's people who don't like, she looks different than any other human on the planet. Like she's completely shredded. She's gorgeous. She's like, her charisma is through the roof. She's bigger than pro wrestling. And I think WWE sees that. And they're going to be like one of those people, like she's going to be in Hollywood before anything. And I think when she shows up, I think it's going to be treated as a big deal.
All right. Years of Kai says, Dom is great. Starlight Kid is my personal favorite right now. There's a lot of bratty indie talent I enjoy. Okay. And then we got the broadcast that says Dom got to retire his pops first and get that mask off. Facts. I think they got to close that chapter, close up that story.
Well, Ray just popped back, so it's possible.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. We'll see.
Ray looking a little bit.
We got Lily in the building in Nia's voice. My whole what's going on?
Nia's killing it right now. I'm so happy she's back.
She had her best match at the PLE. I
thought she had a decent match the other week on Raw. I thought she did some shit on Raw that's like, whoa, look at Nia. Top rope leg drops.
Yeah, top rope leg drop. Holy shit.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think Nia is important for wrestling right now, just because her size, and then you have your Biancas, your Jades, your Raquels. Like you have these monster powerhouse women in the company. Like she's important for them to excel.
That's a big fact. Stephen the Elder says either Bianca versus Jade or Bianca versus Tiffany. I'm not mad at the Bianca versus Tiffany, because Tiffany
but it ain't
is
time. It's Bianca time.
Yeah. I still a little upset between that Naomi and Tiffany. Like it was too soon to do it. Like how come you just couldn't do Tiffany and maybe like a jobber, just something like that? Just local.
You know who I think Tiffany's first rival is going to be?
Who?
Liv Morgan.
Ooh, that would be a good one, ABJ. I didn't think about that. See, you got me.
Well, how do you think they cross? Because you got Liv that's in Raw right now, and Tiffany in SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, that doesn't make sense. You're right. My bad. I don't know.
They do a lot of brand to brand.
Yeah, so. I think I feel like Tiffany's going to go after a mid card person for a little bit first before she starts dabbling in the main roster.
Do we get a mid-card title finally for the women's division?
I think it helps, but I
WWE.
don't think it's going to happen. I honestly, can I be completely honest? I think if you make one, you got to make two.
Damn. Well, yeah.
Because I think if you have a world championship on each side, I think each show should have its own secondary title. I think they should have a version of the U.S. title on one and a version of the Intercontinental on the other.
Like
I think your women's division is that deep that I think it's deserving of it. And if you're setting a standard that each show has its own world champions, tag teams float between everybody, which is fine because your tag team division is not that stacked, but you have enough talent that you say, okay, SmackDown has the women's IC and then Raw has the women's US or the women's, if it's not even a US championship, name it something else or make a brand new title or whatever it may be. But I think you have to go two because that's the standard you set in your company.
I love the
Either
way
they can be called the SmackDown television champ or Raw television champ or just Raw, whatever. Yeah, I think that can work. But yeah, women's international or women's US. Yep, freak. I think it's time, like to ABJ's point, they are very, very deep. And they got a farm factory at that performance center. They just developing these women just like they're just coming off the belt. That's really just coming off the belt, just like man, they keep on cropping them up. So yeah, I think it's time.
You know who got good really quick? Belts. Lash Legend. Like Lash Legend sucked.
Yes, she really
sucked.
Yeah,
but she looks great. She has a great look. Very beautiful woman. Very like when you think strong black woman, you think Lash Legend. Like that chick will kill you. You know what I mean? Like
did the Otis.
Yeah, and she's another one that like she enters the main roster. She's a problem. That's a strong woman. But she got better in the ring. Like she's putting it together. She was someone for a while there. I was like, bro, you got to stop televising her because it's embarrassing. Like she's that bad, and she turned it around.
Yeah, she got better.
I don't think we have an era anymore where we change pay-per-views for gender. I just don't think we're at that level for any like. In UFC, you don't even have a UFC card that's an all-women's UFC card. It's kind of everyone's on the same card. I think we need to get to a point where WWE treats women's matches the same way they treat men's. And if you add more titles, like I think that has to be included in the pay-per-views.
Yeah, I would just say either you a draw or not, because look at Ronda Rousey. She did her thing she was a top draw as a woman, but she was
her first year. Second year was a rough.
Yeah, but she was a draw though. So I think, if with WWE, they're good at making their women a draw. They continue to do that, they'll be in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And SWA, Ayo Devin, you got any belts? I did have a belt. Had a world heavyweight championship belt, the big Goldie.
You sold it?
No, I lost it.
How'd you lose it?
How do
you lose a big gold? It's not like it's a penny.
Wait, everybody, wait. Let me explain.
Okay.
I had this belt for 2 years because I was the fantasy football champion.
Oh.
Since no longer I am not the fantasy football champion. I had to
Don't
tell me you got it. Don't tell me you got it. God damn it. Hold on. You got the AEW. You got that. Okay. Yeah, I thought you had the big goat.
Joel Ruda Productions. He makes great replica belts. This thing is as heavy as can be. I will get you his information. Maybe we can get you a going away present for your tribal chief losing his beautiful black and gold title.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yes.
I love this. I love this. But I'm prepared for the chaos. It's gonna be massive.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really like the black and gold version of Roman's belt, and I like Seth's belt. I'm a fan of the 2 world titles right now. They're growing on me.
Yeah, those designs are not bad. I'm still waiting on the new tag team titles whenever they decide to
get rid of those big pennies.
I always hated them, man. The pennies or the 2 Roman generals clashing together. I just don't like it. Steven, what you talking about? Yeah, the bloodline shirt behind them. Oh, it's about the belts. Yeah, this is one of the personal favorites right here. Last year, WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes is going for that third crossroads. Solo.
Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this for you.
All right. Okay, well, when he does that, I'm gonna go through the chat, and we got Freak Maniac. He says he sold it for his soul to Roman.
Freak. Oh my
Freak,
God.
you're not supposed to say, man. It's supposed to be a secret. They're not supposed to know that, Freak.
So he sold
talking
the
too much, Freak.
Superfly.
Talking too much, Freak.
Freak, what you got in the cup, buddy?
We got True Pierce saying still in the building. Appreciate that, bro. All right. And don't forget Mr. Bobricks. Yes. Go ahead.
We
ready?
have a order.
I'm a t-shirt guy. All right. I own a lot of t-shirts.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta put my one up for that. Yeah. There we go.
There I go. I own a Bloodline shirt.
Yeah. Because of that, Roman's winning already. You just
No, he's definitely not.
just guaranteed it. Right there.
I thought it'd be a funny bit if I had this and then took it off. I had the Cody shirt underneath.
Awesome.
I actually own the Cody. So Cody, when he was in AEW, he did a Pride version of his logo instead of American. It was a Pride flag, and all donations went to the Trevor Project.
Okay,
Which
what's
the Trevor Project was? The Trevor Project is a foundation that helps displaced kids when they, if they were to come out to their families and their families kick them out. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Cody, man of the people.
Cody's a great human. Like listen, I'm gonna be honest. When Cody wins the world championship, he's gonna annoy the hell out of me because I just don't like those style of babyface champions. But as a human being, there's not many people that are on Cody's level. He's just a good person. Like when Brody died, like Cody flew out to that house and hung out with those kids and like was there for them. Like didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like
Steven says 30 days left to enjoy petting that bloodline shirt, please, man.
Oh God, he's talking to the shirts again, guys.
You know what? This is for you. This is for you, Steven. This is for you. All right. Because you know what? When you get your shirt, I want you to put it on, put your bloodline shirt on, and I want you to pet it for me. I want you to do this. Do it with both hands. All right.
You can't see what I'm doing because the thing's in the way. I was nipping it up.
And then he says Cody's going to be the next Cena. Well, yeah. I think he might be going past Cena. Let's see. You got to be champion first, but it might be sometime, maybe next year, maybe. Like try again.
Boyhood dream come true. Part
Try
2.
again. Back-to-back WrestleMania wins followed up with back-to-back WrestleMania losses. Poetic. Oh man. Well, this has been fun. And I think it's about that time to shut it down. Miss Elements, you know what to do. Turn up the music because it's about that time to shut it down. Thursday. We had some good discussions, great discussions. Thank you, Anthony, from the Anthony Blackwell Jr. YouTube channel. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for sharing your pro wrestling knowledge, your wisdom, your opinions, man. And please, I got a request. Let the people know where they can find you at, brother.
All podcast platforms. You can search the ABJ podcast. Just dropped an interview with my buddy Tim Mingle, who is also a podcaster, also a musician, all-around good guy. Just recorded my longest podcast of my career so far on this new channel. Also do a lot of wrestling conversations. Just did a review of the Blink-182 album. We have an interview coming up next week, which is the Brothers Gray, which is a tag team on the Northeast wrestling scene. And then this Sunday, we're doing the history of Dick the Bruiser and Crusher. So we have that old school wrestling nostalgia coming up for you this Sunday. And then the following Sunday, the history of Ole Anderson.
Oh man, bro.
And I'm live every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So come over and hang out with ABJ if you're not here with Devin the Tribal Chief.
There you go. There you go. One's up one more time for ABJ. Thank you once again. This man be working hard, grinding. That's what I'm talking about, man. How many hours did you put in for your longest episode, by the way?
It was 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Ooh, okay. Hey, man. Hey.
And honestly, it was structured and it was actually to the point because sometimes me and him just go on tangents.
Okay. So that's what's up. He was able to keep it contained and not drift off. It was a good interview.
I enjoyed it. It was different from the independent wrestling interviews. I have a lot of independent rappers coming up, music producers coming up, other content creators coming up, and also independent wrestlers as well. So I have a lot of cool interviews coming up soon.
Hey, if you're into somebody who produces music, I'll let you know. He's the guy that does this beat right here.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout him out going on. He does some great music. He does a few of the themes that you hear. I'm trying to think of the original Clark Street Wrestling theme. If you channel a long time, he did those beats, but he does a lot of beats. Got some albums out on Spotify, and he's getting into content creating beats as well. So like this,
dude, I just seen a guy on TikTok who makes beats of other like stuff you could hear. So like he did a beat for like the Power Rangers and stuff like that, and it's like a double it's like him dancing to it, and then it's him and somebody else in the background and dances with it. Like, dude, they're good videos. And then I just seen another guy on TikTok. I love music TikTok, where the guy plays guitar, but he has the neck of his guitar taped in green, so it's like a green screen, and then he has the lyrics of the song he's playing on guitar on the neck of the guitar. It's so cool. Like TikTok has some cool stuff.
They do. TikTok can get addictive. Sometimes I'll shut it down because before you know it, it's like 5 a.m. Like, hold on, what? I gotta get some sleep.
Thank you for the subscribe. I think you just took me to 930, which is awesome.
Hey, there we go. 930. One's up again.
I'm 60 away from 1,000. Share the channel out, help me out, and I'm also less than 100 hours away to be monetized on YouTube. So I'm 2,935 hours away out of 3,000. So we're growing the channel, man. I appreciate everyone coming over and checking it out. We're always live and doing stuff. Discord community is popping all the time. We got people over there. I actually kicked everybody out of the Discord, and I was like, yo, I'm going live with Devin. Everyone get out and go over there.
Oh, that's what's up. Appreciate that. All right, Courtney, my bloodline sister. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Well, I'm everywhere. I'm usually in the chats of Twitch, Kick sometimes, and YouTube. But you can find me on my very own podcast, The Driver's Seat. And I have a very special guest coming up on Tuesday, so stay tuned. I do not want to miss it. And I think AVJ is putting on his Rusty Wallace.
Oh.
I love it.
That's what's up.
I love this jacket.
I love it. But yes, you can find me everywhere on the Bloodline ENT. Sometimes you can find me on Dynamite Download with my runner as we interview some indie stars from Mission Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Did NASCAR just start? Is that like, did the season just start?
Yes, it started in February, but it's been real interesting season.
Yeah, we had about 2 races so far?
Yes, 2 races so far. Atlanta was a bunch of wrecks and
Atlanta was wild. Vegas
was like zoom. Everybody.
I think if I get this job and I start doing things, I want to make it a point this year. I want to go to a race this year. I think I'm gonna try to make it out to Pocono. I'm gonna head out to Pocono.
Ooh, that's what's up.
I live close to Pocono Raceway.
Okay,
hey, that's even better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, That's it. Thanks for everyone for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that follow button, and make sure you come through our central hub of entertainment where we got all of our content. We got our audio, we got our watch-alongs, we got the driver's seat that's hosted by my bloodline sister. All right, over there, Courtney the Wonder Woman. Okay, we got trailer reactions. We got gaming content. Of course, we got pro wrestling content. And we got our store, thebloodlineent.com. For your pleasure. It's for your pleasure. Make sure you get our merch. Yes, because we got our merch right here. Get your ass off your hot ass sand and get our Bloodline Entertainment Network beach towels. Don't burn your ass. Don't be a statistic. People are burning your ass out there. I saw the numbers from last season. Or I should say last summer. They were horrific. They were so horrific that I had to come up with a promo for these beach towels. I was like, you know what? People need to know. So go ahead and get it. But if you're not going to heed our warning, if you're just going to say, hey, this is some bullshit, well, I got a lovely 3-step process for you. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to trend you on the X app. I'm going to trend you on the Instagram app. And I'm going to put you in my new commercial so you can promote the Bloodline Entertainment Network beach towels, because all you decided is not to heed our warning, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen this summer. And then my new commercial with my son, it is decided. Go ahead and get our merch, thebloodlineent.com/store for your pleasure, as my son would say, for your pleasure.
I'm looking at the rankings of some people on this game, and some of them are disrespectful.
What rank? Oh, you talking about what rankings?
Bailey.
2K?
Bailey's an 85.
Oh yeah.
And Becky Lynch is a 91. That's crazy.
I think Tribal Chief is like 99, actually.
I believe so. I
should be
think he
100.
is.
Disrespectful that you know.
He should be the 70.
I mean, Bruno Sammartino's a 91, and he has the longest record title holding of all time.
For now.
For 7 years.
For now. Hey, that's
For
only
7 years.
he only needs 3 more
He's not
WrestleManias.
gonna get to
He
the
only
7
needs
years.
3 more WrestleManias, and he could break. He can break Bruno's record. It
3
can
years
happen.
too long.
what's
Nobody's
crazy?
breaking Bruno's.
For you, not for me. Hashtag forever chick.
So Bianca in
Oh.
17 is a 70 overall, and Bianca now is a 90. Becky Lynch is a 90, and then a 94. And this just goes to how good Charlotte is. Charlotte in like 2019 is still a 93. Like 2019 Charlotte's a 93, and now she's a 92. So she actually got worse by 1 point.
Just
But
went
she's
down
still high
1
90.
point.
Yeah. China at 88, disrespectful.
Are you sure about that, freak? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you
I'm
sure?
with Freak on
All
that.
right. All right. Well, this was fun. We had a good time. I'm going to be back tomorrow for some more gaming. We're going to get it in with some Fortnite. We're going to get it in. You know, we're going to get it in with some Roblox. All right. We're going to do that. We're going to mix it in. Of course, Destiny 2, because Guardian Games season is here. But, oh, you know what? Scratch all that. I just thought about that. Tribal Chief, The Rock, you're going to be in Smackdown. So it's going to be a watch-along. A watch-along gaming. So that's what we're doing. Watch-along gaming with the Tribal Chief, because my Tribal Chief is showing up with The Rock. It's going down this Friday. All right. That's Anthony, the ABJ down there. That's my sister, my bloodline sister, Courtney the Woman, host of the Driver's Seat. I'm Devin the Tribal Chief. For your pleasure, it is decided.
Now I gotta split.